Julie's Garden 2023.
Hello.
On our left side we've got a red azalea, very small, and it's a bit past it, but I do love it, and the dahlia beginning to rise behind it. Got a red salvia, again a bit worse for wear, and behind here we've got some purple cornflowers. I don't know whether you can see them, the sun is a bit awkward for that. And foxgloves again, incredibly tall and absolutely stunning, as you can see here. Now these, I do love them, pink penstemons. They're doing fine and they're enjoying the late spring. And here we have a purple salvia which goes absolutely mad, and I think these are not more cornflowers. Jill isn't particularly thrilled with them, I'm afraid. They haven't been the most successful. And hydrangeas beginning to rise. There's another big fella on the way. And we've actually got some flowers on the dahlias. Did I say hydrangeas? Dahlias, sorry. And another pink dahlia. Now this one is a hydrangea, and I've been feeding it with all the colour ingredients but forgot to do the pH, and it's supposed to be a blue one, but maybe next year we'll get it right. And that's supposedly going to be a pink one when it gets round to it. And here, I don't know whether you can see, in the tree we've got an elkhorn which I hope settles down. It's strapped to the tree trunk by a strap at the moment, but I'm hoping he may well do well. Now this is the back garden, and this is an absolute beauty, this mandevilla, absolutely doing fantastic. This rhododendron, as you can see, really suffered with the early heat, and the flowers have hardly done anything. The fuchsias are doing nicely, they're coming on, and they'll be a treat this year, I'm sure. And let me see if I can get to this rhododendron, which is the first time, this one. There was a bigger flower, but that one's not bad, as you can see. A bit small at the moment. We hope it begins a nice journey. This multicoloured fuchsia, fantastic. Now the big purple behind, we've had a lot bigger flowers than you can see at the moment, but this is called a Madame Le Coulture. Madame Le, which is odd, Coulture. But they are absolutely magnificent, as you can see. More fuchsias, and this one different colour, as you can see. This one is doing very well. This has orange flowers first and then comes out with leaves. And here we are with an azalea, but hardly any flowers. Now I really wanted to capture this one for you. This one is a purple clematis, as you can see, but sadly I can't find a name. But it's actually looking the worse for wear now, but it has been, as you can see, absolutely amazing. Another azalea, and this one is doing beaut. Now absolutely fantastic, as you can see, and one hiding in here when I can find him. There he is. Great job. Now behind, what have we got? That pink one, as you can see there, is apparently a sugar candy, and the purple one is Kathleen Wheeler. And the purple one here is Mrs. N. Thomas, I think. Please don't quote me on that. This might be Mrs. N. Thomas. But very nicely done. And I think they're enjoying the shade on the back of this fence. And over the top, you might be able to make out another pink mandevilla. Dahlias on the way. This gardenia is very strange. I probably pruned it too much, but it's got 1 or 2 flowers on it, but only 1 or 2. And here is one of Jill's biggest disappointments, her patch of peonies, and it hasn't produced a single flower this year, and they haven't grown much. They've been very disappointing. We've been getting the pH right, but nothing seems to be happening. On the right hand fence, this Rouge Cardinal clematis is doing a treat, as you can see. And looking down behind our orange tree, down the right hand side, the orange tree has got a few oranges on it, as in for next year, but there's one. Can you see that one? And it is growing. It's now nearly as tall as me. Let me climb out from behind the birdhouse and go down the right hand side. What have we got here? So let me first point out this yellow thing, the yellow hollyhock. Jill is really proud of this, so thrilled. It's an absolute beauty, as you can see, and it's maybe shaded because of our pink lady. And on the back fence we've got some more clematis. Number 4, what have we got? A purple one, but no name. Sorry, I can't find a name there. And then number 5, a pink star. Again, no name, but absolute picture. Now this one is an interesting one, called Chalcedony. And there are some more which have nearly finished. And to the right of Chalcedony we've got Barbara Harrington. I think this one is called Barbara Harrington. No, that was a mistake. That wasn't Barbara Harrington. This is. And so the other one, I don't have a name for, I'm sorry. But this one is Barbara Harrington. Very prolific. And a pinkish white rose on the fence. Now this one, purple. But I don't think it's got any name, which is a shame. Can't find a name. And then down here, even with a label, we've got Fleury Evipo 042. Very funny name for a clematis. And next to it, must be a relative, I'm sure. This one is Picardy Evipo 024. And here, without any flowers, a camellia. We're trying to do an espalier on it. Now then, this is my Merlot grape, which is looking healthy at the moment. Not bad at all. And I built a new arbour for it this year because the old one wasn't made of wood that withstands the weather. But look at these foxgloves. They're as tall as me, and delphinium. Absolutely fantastic. I suspect they're taking the goodness out of the grapes though. The roses haven't done that well. I reckon it was probably the excessive heat early on in spring, but they are looking a little bit the worse for wear. Now this is our biggest plant, I believe, bromeliad, and as you can see this year he's deciding to have a fruit, having a flower. Now this one is a mandevilla, but it's apparently called a giant red emperor, and it has one flower on it so far, so we trust we will see more, but that's all we've got at the minute. And this one here, I've admired this plant from afar, and it's the first time we've had one, and it's a frangipani, a Darwin yellow frangipani, and it's just coming into flower now. And our hanging baskets with assorted colour, which really do a fantastic job. Petunia just planted today, and I trust that will go well. And this huge pot here, now I can hardly pronounce this one, Alstroemeria assorted, and this one is a new one this year. This one is just coming into flower now, as you might be able to see, and we thought it was a winter plant, Luculia, and Where's Wally seems to be there. Now for a tour of our greenhouse. Can you see this one? Epiremnum Pathos Gold. This fella is absolutely glorious, and we've had to repot it because it's now found itself growing in the base of the greenhouse. Absolutely beautiful. Now Jill's been doing great with the Christmas cacti, but they're not flowering at the moment, as you can see. And I had some not grapes, what am I talking about? I had some limes, and sadly I think I've overwatered them and they've died. And here we have some epiphyliums, which we got sort of from a plant market, and they seem to be just about to discover their flowers. This year I'm growing some herbs. Rosemary are doing well, oregano, basil, and basically I haven't had any thyme, if you pardon the pun. That hasn't come at all. Jill's got some ginger, which are doing fine. And on this side, oh, there's a bit of a Christmas cactus still surviving. And here I've got a few more of my herbs, mint, chives, and what's this one? This one's oregano this year, rosemary. And I'm growing some bok choy, thanks to Jeff at work, and some more coriander. Now our roses have taken a beating. Two of them, as you can see, have died, and the icebergs, I think they're called, are not particularly flowering at the moment. Now this year our mandevilla is doing pretty well by the house. I think it's the best I remember it. Pink hydrangea,
Hello. Hello, what have I got here?
Now this is our normal one,
Hello.
I think, but it looks a bit cleaner than normal today.
You're not going to come because there's not much of it, is that it? You're not going to come? Hey? Yeah. Hello. Oh, that was a big one. Hey, there's a big one.